you guys have seen us play all season, all fall, and we needed that. And I think everybody in here would agree. We needed that. Could you have expected it? I don't know. But they really showed me something tonight. The bounce back, the quick turnaround, played great from the start. We got, Wendell some really good looks against the Arkansas defense. He got us off to a great start. It was wonderful to see Alan Flanagan have maybe one of the best games of his career in an important game here at home. Beating Arkansas, 13th ranked. It's probably one of the top 4 or 5 wins that I've had at Auburn at home in Neville Arena. So it was a big one. It was an important win, and it was start to finish. So I'm very proud of the kids. It was great. It was just a great team effort. Janai Broom gets another double-double, so we can continue to play through him. And obviously, the key to the game was not turning it over. The key to the game was just really understanding that let's get a shot before we turn it over.
Bird?
Bruce, that might be the most zone I think I've seen a defense of yours play since you've been here. Just obviously it worked really, really well. What was the key to it tonight?
Well, Arkansas is better from 2 than 3, and that little flat 2-3 zone bothered them, and they really struggled with it. They're going to see it all year long. They're going to see that all year long. Our guys did a good job with it, and we have it. We have it in the package. I think it actually also helped our man defense because in the zone you've got a gap and you got to build a wall, and when guys are in zone they get that feeling. Well, when you're trying to play a team that's better from 2 than 3 and drive it like Arkansas, you got to play your man like that also. So it was very effective.
Mark Murphy?
Yeah, Bruce, talk about not allowing Arkansas to get many points off turnovers, and you got 25.
Well, we ran offensive things that didn't require a ton of passing. And when you pass the ball too much against Arkansas, they jump passing lanes. The other thing that we emphasized was just take open shots. We didn't have very many forced dribble penetrations that create strips and rips and then transition. And I thought that was very, very, very important.
Ike?
Coach Pearl, can you talk about the play of Alan Flanagan tonight? He seemed to be locked in tonight from the very beginning.
We talk about trying to do the things that God might bless, whether you get the blessing or not. And really, truly, since the first of the year, Al's just been trying to do the right things. He's just been trying to do the little things, try to keep his attitude right. Al's coming off the bench, and certainly good enough to start the way he played tonight, and he played well against Georgia. But just I agree with you. I thought he was mentally locked in and didn't over-penetrate. Used his physicality defensively and rebound. And I'm just happy. I'm so happy for him. That's the player that he's capable of being. Now, again, defensively, rebounding wise, and low turnovers, and shooting the good percentage. Look at his percentages. 7 defensive rebounds. It sort of translates.
Nebias?
Bruce, what does it mean for Wendell to bounce back? It's like every time he has a tough game, he didn't have two in a row.
Well, Wendell's tough. He's undersized. He's stubborn, and he's confident. And he takes a hit now. I mean, he takes a lot of contact. And fortunately, you know, he got to the line some, but I think what happens is Wendell gets in there, and they think like, what are you doing in there, little guy? And they just let all the big guys kind of bounce him around, and they foul him. And a lot of times they don't call it. You know, obviously Anthony Black's a great player. The league knows Anthony Black, just like they knew Jabari Smith. But I got good players too.
Nathan.
Bruce, is Arkansas team that's come back from halftime deficits a couple times. Y'all were ahead by double digits for all but 63 seconds in the second half. What were the keys to kind of keeping them at arm's length throughout the second half?
I mean, I just thought that, you know, we didn't speed them up. Like, you know, normally we speed people up. We didn't. We didn't extend our man-to-man and try to turn them over. We didn't. We just built a wall and played differently than what we've been playing, because that was the way to beat them. And they never were able to, you know, effectively attack. You know, I mean, we held them to 59 points. That's, and whatever the shooting percentages are. So whatever we were doing defensively didn't allow them to, you know, come back. And we didn't turn the ball over and create easy offense for them. I know it's simple, but honestly, that's it.
Ferg.
There's 9 defensive boards for Janai and 6 blocks, just anchoring that 2-3. Just how huge was it to have him down there like that?
Well, it's good. You know, the thing about Janai and Dylan, and even though Arkansas's got, you know, really good bigs and they're really athletic, those guys can still physically stay in there with them. Now, that may not be the case against everybody in the SEC, but especially like, let's say, Tennessee or Alabama or maybe even Kentucky. But Janai stood tall, and he's confident. That gives us confidence. We feed off of Wendell Green and Janai Broom's confidence. And so he played big, and I think the double-double, wherever he's at right now, he's had a few of them in a row. And not since Austin Wiley have we had anybody get as many, you know, back-to-back.
Ike.
Coach, can you talk a little bit, speaking of confidence, about Zep Jasper? You guys, a couple of trips in a row, you went ISO ball with him out there. Can you talk a little bit about that one?
Yeah. And he missed the 1-3 ball that was down, right? Zep works really hard on his drill pull-up game. And there's a few things that we have in with some down screens to get him into the lane. And he knocked a couple down, and then we isolated him on the freshman. And you know, he was able to get to a few spots. So, and the thing about Zep, he plays really, really good defense. Like he did a really good job of keeping Black out of the lane and staying in front of him. And that's why he was in there at the end of the game.
Final question to Bias.
Bruce, you mentioned, well, I'll ask you this way. With Janai, the energy, the passion, what happened with the technical there, and how do you kind of like keep them going, but maybe rein the energy and just enough?
Yeah, I mean, like the rule is you can show enthusiasm and you can show emotion when you make a play, but you've got to direct it to a teammate. So the official must have determined that he directed his emotion towards the opponent, therefore the technical foul.
Any more questions?